We are thrilled to bring you an inside look at the world of golf through the eyes of one of its most iconic players, Jordan Speith. In this video, we'll be taking you on a journey through Jordan's PGA Tour experience, but with a twist. We're exploring his unique passion for glamping and Jordan Speith Glamping on the PGA. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this exclusive peek into the life of true golf legend as he embraces the glamping lifestyle on PGA Tour. Jordan Speith is currently teeing up at the Sony Open in Hawaii. The golfer shared the lead at the event with Taylor Montgomery and Chris Kirk at the end of day one. Ahead of the event, the golfer had some big news to share, and it wasn't about his game. Speith carded 7 birdies Thursday en route to shooting 6 under 64, one off his career low at Waialae Country Club, and is tied for the early lead with veteran Chris Kirk, who is winless on the PGA Tour since 2015. Now, what's this about Speith joining the many tour pros that enjoy RV life on the road? Just glamping, you know, slumming it, he said. The reason was kind of to have home on the road. Got the same mattress I have at home, and will leave a lot of Sammy's stuff on the bus. Should make traveling and getting settled and packing up quite a bit easier. Speith said his wife Annie has been pushing for them to get an RV ever since they rented one for the 2020 PGA Championship at Harding Park in San Francisco. Speith's inspiration to do so came from the dozen or so pros, including Jason Day, who recently purchased a new one that in recent years all set up shop in RV parking and would grill out together. That number has dwindled a bit as several of the regulars, including Bubba Watson, have departed for LIV Golf, the upstart league, and sold their rigs. It's hard to go Saudi to Chicago in a 2-week stretch in an RV, Speith joked. Speith broke in his new wheels at the CJ Cup in South Carolina at Kungari Golf Club, but hasn't taken it for a spin yet. They hired a driver. I plan on driving it on an open road stretch at some point when it's not pulling out of Phoenix and not into Los Angeles. But maybe switch and do like an hour just because it would be fun, he said. I'm a dad now. Someone wants me to honk. I'll honk. Traveling from glitzy resort to swanky tournament destination has its moments, but the travel can wear on golfers. Asked the last time he has flown in coach class, Speith didn't have to think for long. It was here at the 2019 Sony when Speith flamed out of the tournament on Friday with a missed cut, and the former world number 1 said he felt as if his game had deserted him. My flight was set for Sunday, and I didn't want to wait, and there was a seat that was available, Speith recalled. I was pissed because I was playing really badly, didn't know how to solve it, and just missed the cut. I didn't care where I was. I just feel bad for the people around me. On Thursday, Speith stuffed a wedge inside 2 feet at number 5 and drained a 27-foot birdie putt at number 7. He gained more than 3 strokes to the field on the greens. The stuff I've been trying to work on is my stroke. I decided to go full trust from the get-go today, and to see those go in was a nice confidence boost and led to a good putting day, he said. To review, Speith has mostly stayed about the fray. In early July, his social media channels had shared a note that squelched rumors that he was in discussions with LIV, the upstart Saudi-backed series that started its 2nd season next month, and that he backed the PGA Tour, the series he played on professionally for over a decade. The next day, after the Scottish Open 3rd round, Speith repeated himself, and that's about it. But then reporters asked him about his RV, his new transportation for this season. Yep, the Speith clan has joined the legion of PGA Tour players, Davis Love III, Bubba Watson, and Jason Day among them, who are making the rounds in a motorhome. The 3-time major winner broke it out at the CJ Cup at South Carolina when he finished tied for 52nd. Not a great debut, but who knows how the convenience factor will elevate his play in the future. Not that golf was even much of a consideration when he executed the acquisition. Amid a discussion that would make Randy Quaid's cousin Eddie character envious, Speith barely had a chance to toot his own horn about a round that included hitting 15 of 18 greens in regulation, and a strokes gained putting performance that ranked 5th in the early wave at 3.319. Though he hit only 7 of Waialae's predominantly dogleg fairways, he was happy in the driving golf division aspect of his game too. In a roundabout way, he explained that the quick start, which put him tied atop the leaderboard with Chris Kirk, was a confidence builder compared to other early season rounds, in which the scores might have been acceptable, but the method in which he achieved it was a bit suspect. What I will say is I'm confident relative to the other time periods I've been off to similar starts, which is a really good place to be, said the 12-time tour winner, who is coming off a tied 13th last week at the Century Tournament of Champions at the Kapalua Resort, despite a cracked driver on the eve of the event and some mental blunders that were still bugging him. I believe I could shoot 5 or 6 under each day out here. Not to say that means it'll happen, but there are other times I would be sitting there going, how do I hold this shit together, to be honest? Seriously. I feel like I left a couple out there, but I also really had fun today. And then he retired to his hotel room, slumming it. Speith, who fired off a 6 under 64 during the first round of the Sony Open, revealed in his pre-tournament press conference that he'll be living in an RV this PGA Tour season. The Texans' last 3 competitive appearances have all been on various islands, the Bahamas, Maui, and now Oahu, but he'll be in full motorhome mode as soon as the Hawaii swing comes to a close. Speith first mentioned his new transportation plans when a reporter inquired about his housing setup for the week of the WM Phoenix Open. Options are scarce, as the tournament is being played in the same city and on the same weekend as the Super Bowl. The golfer looked joyful while revealing his plans to travel with his family. Speaking at the YLA Country Club, he added that it was his wife Annie's idea that the family get an RV. The 29-year-old golfer made the revelation coming off a tied 13th finish at the Century Tournament of Champions in Maui last week. It is noteworthy that the 13-time PGA Tour winner couldn't use an RV at the Sony Open, as he would need a boat to take the vehicle with him. It is pertinent to note that Jordan Speith is not the first, but the latest on the long list of golfers to convert to the bus life on the PGA Tour. He joined the likes of John Daly, Jason Day, Jimmy Walker, among others, to travel to events in an RV. Thank you for watching this video about Jordan Spieth's glamping experience on the PGA Tour. It's not often that we get a behind-the-scenes look at how professional golfers spend their downtime, but this unique and luxurious camping experience was definitely one for the books. From sleeping in a spacious and comfortable tent to enjoying gourmet meals prepared by a private chef, Jordan Spieth certainly had a one-of-a-kind experience during his time glamping. And let's not forget about the breathtaking views of the course and surrounding nature that he was able to enjoy during his stay. If you're a fan of golf or simply love the great outdoors, then glamping on the PGA Tour is definitely an experience worth considering. Who knows, you might even get to rub shoulders with some of the biggest names in the sport.